Good morning, Flosstube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daphne, and today is July the 2nd of 2023, and we are going to look at all of my progress that I have made in the month of June. I do have one big finish, and surprise finish that I wasn't planning on finishing, but I did. We'll get to that in a little while. First, I would like to say welcome to any new subscribers and viewers. I hope that there's something here that you enjoy, and that you decide to stick around and hit that subscribe button and the bell and be notified when new videos are uploaded. And I would like to say welcome back to all of my current subscribers and viewers. It's been a great journey, and I enjoy coming back every month and showing you all the progress. This month, for June, there was a little bit lower in stitch count than previous months, but that's okay. It was 16,577 stitches. Those are Pattern Keeper totals that I can count on Pattern Keeper, or that I was counting on paper patterns. So we'll just get into it. First one here that I worked on was my 3 things sampler, and I'm just looking to see. I know I worked on it. 3 things sampler. I did 414 stitches on this one here. So here is what it's supposed to look like. 3 things sampler by Maura Blackburn. I have the entire border complete, and the top up here I think I have to fill in a flower or 2, and I'm working in this area here. Called for DMC and called for fabric over 2. So we'll go the whole thing first. Okay, here's the whole thing. And then I'll fold it in half. And I'll show this side because this is where I worked over here on this end. I think I just was working on this bird. So here is I think it was just the bird that I worked on. I might have done a little bit. I don't think I did anything else but that bird. 414 stitches. I just needed it for a weekly prompt, and it just wanted to work on this one, so we had pulled that one out. So that was good to pull out an older whip that hadn't gotten any work on it. And Sunflowers is one of my Heaven and Earth Designs charts, and it is by Marianne Broom. I'm working page by page, going across this way, square by square, from the edge of the page to the next page, and then I go back until that page is done, and then I go to the next page. So this one was 1,884 stitches in June. I believe this is 28 count. 1/1 called for DMCs. And let me just get it to a point where it's easier to show. Might help if I show it right side up. So here is the whole piece so far. And then I still have a string attached, but that's okay. So here is where we are. This page is completely finished now, so I'm started over here. So there's a couple empty spaces in this square that once this thread runs out, then I'll pick those squares and go. And then once this block's done, I'll go to the next block to this side and just keep going across, and then come back over here and go, and then all the way down to the bottom. So I think this is that second flower here. I think it's part of this flower here. I believe. This flower, sorry, this one. Because this one is over here. So that's that one. So this is part of this flower. So the big flower. We're getting to the big flower. So this one probably will get some love this month again. I tend to pick this one up every month. But it does depend on what I have for prompts and if they need any progress done on them. And next here we've got the Creatively Crafting free mini, not finished it yet. Little bumblebee. There's some etoile in the wings. I do the other side and that. So this one's not quite finished for June. And then next we got QS Holiday, 109 stitches. So there was a little bit of stitching done on it, not a whole lot. Heaven and Earth Designs, QS Stitch in Time Holiday, and Amy Stewart. 1/1, full cost 28, called for DMCs. And here is where we currently are. Getting some more of the snowman and getting some more on that sled. This one will come out this month. We'll talk plans in a little bit. And then another one here is the Owl Forest Embroidery Stitch Along. This is just what the parts, where the parts place. So we are up to part 4, which is right here. I'm not that far yet. 45 count, 1/2. Nightingale by Legacy Linens. So here is where I am at. This was part 1, this was part 2, this was part 3, or part 3, part 2. Yeah, part 2, part 3. So I haven't finished any parts of it yet. But I can go wherever I would like to within those parts. And then so I don't know what stitch count that one received. Another one that I worked on is my Pandemic. This was 764 stitches. 30 count barley corn, access commodities, Mississauga silk and hydrangea. 1/1. So we're at 55.21%. So here is the whole thing, and then I'll fold it up and show you where I worked on a little bit easier. Hang on. There we go. Alright. Here is... I just was working in this area, filling in some more stitches. Yeah, worked this this diagonal down. I think I worked this a little bit. I don't remember exactly where it was, but there's pandemic. And then another one is my Song of Summer, and this one was 2,033 stitches. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is Donna Gelsinger. And this one, if you remember, I'm working from the top of this row all the way down, page by page, block by block. I think 28 count, 1/1 full cross, called for DMCs, and we'll go the whole thing first. So this is where it's currently, and then we will fold it up and this way. So we're getting some more, we're getting into the red flowers now, so we're adding another more colors. The page is here, so I think that page is completely finished now. So we're working, I believe it's the 4th page in this column. So there is Song of Summer, which will come out again this month. And then we have, I don't have a cover picture for this one. This is the Melancholia Mystery Sal. We have all 5 parts out, 5 out of 6 parts out. This is 22 count hard hanger, 1/1 full cross, called for DMCs, and this is where it is currently. Just get these out of the way. Okay, you go there, you go there. Okay, so there's part 4, which was a smaller part. That's why I was able to finish that out in one day. Got a pretty good chunk on part 5, part 3, part 2, part 1. Part 5, I did 912 stitches in June. Part 4 I completed, I think it was, I can tell you, one moment, 787 stitches in part 4 on the day that I worked on part 4. And so I finished out that one in one day, and then 914 stitches in part 5 on Friday. So I can just pretty much, when I'm working on this one, I can just go wherever I want at this point, except for the last part, part 6, because we don't have that one yet. This you can get until, I believe, the end of July, joining her group or on her website. After that, it will be a paid pattern. So another one that I've been working on is Snowman Stocking, and this one received 2,909 stitches in June. Working on it this weekend as well, so. But here is where it is currently. Not sure exactly. I think I was just working over here. I think it's a little over here. And some of this is this weekend's progress so far. This is the steeple coming in here for the church, so we're getting into the village. So this one will get more work on it this weekend. And then the other piece is the Game of Thrones. This one got 4,523 stitches in June. There's a little bit of it for July, as I worked on it yesterday morning and this morning. So we finished out definitely this diagonal, possibly the diagonal next to it. getting really close to the edge here. So, almost time again for another frame move. So, Game of Thrones, 1/1, I believe this is 28, full cross, called for DMCs. And we have a finish. This is the hands-on design a waffle lot. Originally was part of the Black Needle Society Date with Your Stitching box. I believe this is out now. So there is what it looks like, and this is 32 count 2/2, and all the pieces are complete. Just need to work on finishing it to what it's supposed to be. So here's the side panel that goes all around it, and then here is the top and the bottom. So I was able to finish this in the 10 days for my Whipco call, which was nice. So there's another whip off the list, and another finish. Are you ready? Here you go. This is my scent. I'll put it on the side here. You can see it a little better. Scent of Old Roses. Fully stitched and fully beaded. Took me, I'd say, 2.5 sessions of beading just to get it all beaded. So there's this 32 count earthen picture of this floss, I believe, called for DMC flosses, and the called for beads. And then we had a birthday start in June. This is Heartstring Samplery's Hoop. There it is. And I am using Seraphim hand-dyed fabrics, 5 o'clock somewhere. This was for Black Needle Society box, and this floss was for the box, one of the boxes as well. Tequila Sunrise. I'm not sure if I'll have enough. I have 10 yards, so should be. We'll see. And I'm using DMC B5200 for the bobbins, and then I pulled out, so I had 3 color options for the main part, which was these 3 colors here, and this one was the one that everyone picked, so that's one I picked. But I think I'm gonna do the bobbins in the Fates. This was Dying for Sass, which was part of one of the Black Needle boxes, and this was a Myths and Monsters, Gods and Monsters, Mythology box. Persephone, which is a dark purple. So I was thinking of putting those on the bobbins. That's on this pattern. This one got 616 stitches. So this is 32 count. So I'm doing it 2/2. And there's the whole fabric. It's a green. Doesn't show up very well. But here is where it is at. And this is the newest, the flamingo box. So this is where we are currently with this one. This was just one day, just done it on my birthday. So there is that one, the new start, and the, I don't need to put it in there, the bag. And this was the bag in the flamingo box as well. And we got the fabric of the month, which is in China Pearl. And alright, so now we'll go for, that was all my whips, my new start, my finishes, and haul. So now we'll just do a little bit of my July plans. July plans are, let me pull up this list here, to do a little bit of Christmas or winter stitching in July. So I pulled those ones out. So snowman stocking, excuse me, is one of them. Another one is my winter chores. I'm not sure if what a company that it came out from, but it's Ezra Williams, and excuse me, using the called for floss, called for fabric, and this is where we're starting the month of July at. So might work here, I can do pretty much wherever I would like. So we'll see what I work on. If it gets picked, I have it on a wheel, so if I don't know what I want to work on that week or that day, then I can. This is another Reolist kit. It's got cross stitch and back stitch. I started this last year, using the call for everything in the kit, and this is where we are at. So I'm trying to do all the cross stitch first, and then go through and do the back stitch. So we'll pull this one out as well. And then we have my James Joy, Carolyn Manning, and this is being stitched on, I think it's just I don't remember what the count is, 28 count I believe, 2/2, and this is where it is currently at. This is the right corner of it, so I'll probably just work up and really get the full quarter done, and then I can go over here, or wherever I would like to go. And then one other one that I forgot was the Woodland series, Hardy Modernist, and the Frosted Pumpkin ornaments. So I'll put pictures of where those are starting from. And let's see, what are the Whipco poles? Whipco poles is a New Start, which was number 13, which is going to come out of this book, The Kaleidoscope. This is Lori Holt, and this was a couple years ago. 2021 is when this book came out. It has the quilting pattern plus the cross-stitch version. And here's one version, cool version, warm version, and then they also give you 6 other colorways to do it in. I received this as a giveaway, and in it came the little Flosstube full floss kit, and then the 14 count fabric flare, antique white, dyed effect. And then my other Whip Go Call piece was number 21, which was Cinderella's Castle. So here is what it will look like when it is complete. I am working in this corner here, I believe, when I last picked this up. Called for kit everything. So it's a pretty large piece, and here is where it is currently at. I might continue working on the castle, or I can work on the tree, do some more ground. We will see where we go. And this one gets 10 days. And another Whip Go piece that was pulled that I didn't bring is the Halloween sampler. That's 10 days as well. And that one might get finished in those 10 days. But I'll put a picture here of where it is currently, so that when I do pull it out, you'll be able to see where it is. The Kaleidoscope New Start doesn't have a set, there's no days or amount of stitches. It's just a new start, so they could be 1 thread, could be 2, whatever I feel necessary for my new start. And I believe that is everything. So with that, if you are not finding joy in your piece that you are working on, it is okay to put it aside and pull out another piece. And if you're not finding joy in any of your stitching pieces, it's okay to put it all aside and take a break. You want this to be a enjoyable craft hobby. So with that, I hope everybody has a great day, a great week, and a great July, and I'll see you again soon. Bye everyone.